Hello, all right, we're going to be back for one more game here. The previous game was a little bit short, so I thought might as well just record one more right now. All right, so we are very close, just three more games before we hit the rank up, or if we lose one, I think we might just rank up right away. So in any case, we're going to be 3 down or 4 down here within the next few games. So let's just get one going and see how it goes.
Start to play.
All right, I am black. We'll see if they stay. Let's do this one here. I'm going to go for more of an orthodox opening. I'm going to let him have that and not approach it. Just the small knight enclosure. Just because. And wow, he approached, he did the splitting move. I was not expecting that. So we can just approach his 3-4. The 3-4 is more important than splitting the side. So we're just going to focus on that for now. And we're not going to even worry too much about his group. We're just going to back off. Going there is a little bit weird. It is very tempting to just take the corner, but I sort of feel like it's a little bit slow. So I'm just going to take his corner instead. Sort of like old school versus new school type of idea here. CB double Hanes. Nope, just one Hane here. This makes it real simple for me. That means that I can come on over to this side, sort of pressure his wall a little bit here. I'm not going to even worry about this for now. I'm going to do my peep and see what he does. And then before investing more into this, he played high here, which is just getting influence. So I'm just going to connect up my stones and not worry. Yep. He wants to do this. So we're just going to... We could Hane still. Hane seems fine still. And just connect. There we go. I wasn't sure what he wanted to do or not, but this makes it very simple. He connects very low on his group, but I can get this Hane here because it's threatening to cut him off. Ooh, he wants to fight right away. Well, before we think about any sort of cutting, we need to make sure we're out towards the center as fast as we can. So I'm going to jump really far here. And I'm going to make this nice shape here. We're not behind him yet. So I just want to focus on shape. If he protects his cutting point now, that's fine. We get to move out faster. I'm going to peep here because the outside's more important. It doesn't matter if he turns. Okay, he did not want to turn. I'm just going to jump out one more time. Now my group should be fully safe. And he's the one who now has to worry about his group here. So I'm going to turn here. This is threatening for me to be alive right away. This is also threatening me to be alive right away. And this is also threatening me to be alive right away. Because he needs to live on the side now. Now he's not alive here. But this Atari does get him a little bit of nice shape. So I'm going to clean this area up. This gives us eye shape. And then we want to prevent him from getting a base on the side here. I don't know which one's better. Let's do 2 space just because. And here we're just going to live. We're not going to worry about anything else. We're just going to live directly. You might as well, Hane. Bump. There are some cutting points here. But let's just make sure we are alive. And we may have enough space here, but let's just play one more move. Nice and simple. I like that he's trying to fight back. He's surrounding me. He's trying to do what he can. But we're just going to continue jumping out and not worrying here. This is just one eye, so I don't mind peeping at it. And I think I can pull back once, because this cut is actually threatening to cut him. So when I do this, he does have to connect and do something with this side here. So we can cut him directly now. I was threatening to cut, so I need to cut. Yep, just keep it simple. We do have weakness here, so we want to defend our weakness. We don't need to go try to kill him. He can go and live now. I said we can't kill him, so I'm just going to do this Atari. This is getting rid of a lot of our weakness. There is this Hane here, which is a little bit annoying, but I'm not going to worry about those 3 stones. These 3 stones here are not very important, but these stones on the outside are a little bit more important. If he Hanes here, we sort of have to answer in an awkward way. So I want to Hane to attack these 3 stones. extend, I guess. Fine. And we still want to keep coming out towards the center. So we can jump here. Want to move quickly towards the center. I don't know why he protected that cutting point. But the most important part is this is our weakest group, so we just need to move that group out. He can save his group. It's not a big deal. And now our group should be fine. And there is some weakness in his area. I'm going to give him a chance to fix that weakness by taking my corner, which is just a perfectly big move to play. Perfectly fine big move to play. And he's going all the way there. Okay. My corner is fine, so I'm just going to shoulder hit to reduce this area. And if I jump, he's able to clamp, so I don't really want that. I'm just going to extend. Because I'm fine with him connecting up in a very small way. I just don't want him to connect up in a very strong way, which would have been the clamp. I could try to be a little aggressive here if I wanted to. Sure, let's peep here. We're threatening this group here. And now we're threatening these stones. And this is good enough for me. I'm happy to capture this one on top here. It's fine if you can capture these two stones. I wouldn't mind this one. So just capture here. Huh. I thought he would have probably come the other way to try to save, but this is fine. Because this group is now very, very weak. So he has to be a little bit careful. So you can just turn over the top, try to capture these stones, and see what happens. I'm just going to back off because I don't want him to clamp on the top here. And again, we're just going to make sure our group is safe. We're connected out towards the center now. This cut doesn't do anything. So we are able to try and get something on the right side. Oh, he's going to attack that group. Interesting. He's not going to attack that group. Never mind. He just wants to connect up, I guess. I guess that is fine. Let's attach here and see if we can capture this stone. He can connect up. We capture the stone and live on the side. Interesting. So we just want to see what we can get here. Okay. Looks like we can cut him off here, because if he cuts us off, he has to worry about these stones. So looks like we can at least capture these three with this cutting point. Because if he captures, we just go through and capture. Like this, yeah. Then we'll let him handle his other group. Not worry about that. Just focusing on saving our own group in this game. Ooh, he cannot do that. That is a big deal here. So he wants to push through on this side and capture these stones on the top.
9.
Okay, let's see what he wants to do. We'll capture these three. If he captures these ones, we'll capture these three. Yep. Okay, he's already captured these stones now, or for the most part, right? And so now we can capture these, and we can also go after this group because it's not alive yet. Now that these stones are secure, we can play nice and simple moves to attack this group. And we just want to see how he responds to these ones. That's all. There's a clamp here and stuff, so let's just defend this one and see how he lives. This is why you don't want to have too much weakness in your formation. That way, like, if you do get into this position where, like, maybe this could have been an overplay for me if white wasn't so weak. But in this case, it's a little bit different. So he wants to live like this. That's fine. Yeah, this should be fine. I can throw in, though, because this is a double Atari. So I'm not going to make it easy for him. And then we can Hane here, because we have enough liberties on our group to capture these 4 stones.
8,
I thought he might have been alive, but then I realized he wasn't.
6,
That's all.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Looks like I can just connect here. It's fine. I think we want to just capture. Is there anything special we want to do, actually? Can we just extend? Is that going to be fine, too? Looks like we can just extend here. Yep, just connect, connect, connect. This is actually kind of an interesting situation. I can actually Atari from this side. When he connects here, I can Atari him from this side. Didn't want me to do that, but he doesn't have enough liberties for this to work, so... Only 2 liberties in his group. I feel like this is a little bit bigger, capturing these 3 stones. I was tempted to try to do something more, but this is good enough. But you know, there is a little bit of Aji here. If I cut here, he pushes and cuts. He can throw in here, which is a little bit annoying. So let's just connect for now. And then block the corner. That's going to be big enough anyway. Lots of cool liberty problems on this board. So I think that was kind of fun. This doesn't do anything. That's just a ladder. Still doesn't do anything, though. I don't know. I'll capture anyway. Why not? It doesn't really change anything in the game. He added a move inside, I added a move inside. And if it's Chinese rules, it doesn't matter at all, so... We just connect up. He had the Hane before to capture these 3 stones, but now I've been able to fix that. Okay, he resigns. That was good. Another resign instead of having to play it all the way out, but if you look at the score estimate now, it is, I'm ahead by quite a bit because I was willing to just get rid of stones and not worry about it. Now the thing is, I do want to mention that I didn't necessarily have anything read out from the beginning. All I knew was that he had weakness in the area. So I want to talk about that just a little bit. Again, another game with weakness in the area. So if we go back here to before anything's really going on, the reason I know that this group is likely to be fine, but not guaranteed. I could make a big mistake. Like, if he put a lot of effort into it, it's possible that I was just wrong here. But the feeling I get from this is that, at the very least, I can live if I can turn here. And this 2 spaces aren't enough to have 2 eyes. So if he wanted to just let me have this, and he connects up, he's connected up all of his groups, he should be fine now. And then now, there is a cutting point here, but let's just say I live and keep it very simple. Again, I still have this cutting point. But assuming there's no cutting point, and my group in the center here is just strong, then the score is going to be good for black. It says 36.5, good for black is all I need to know. So I knew that I could live here very likely, and I knew that this wasn't enough space for white to live. And I'm strong nearby, which means that there should be cutting points. As I said, this doesn't mean I'm reading everything out. This means that I recognize the shapes, and I recognize how well they're alive or not alive, and other sorts of details like that. And there's no reading until about this move was when I decided I needed to be sure I could read, because I have a back door right now. I could just escape with this side and sacrifice the other side. So now is the time that I'm reading. And so I read that if I cut here, I can potentially capture these 3 stones. There's a couple different ways to potentially do that, but at very minimum, this cut kind of captures the stones. And if he protects on this side, I'm strong enough on the other side to not really have to worry about anything. And at a minimum, let's say I do capture the stones like this. If he does want to try to do something here, I can just give this up if I want to, or I can fight here. So I hope that's useful for you guys to know, because it is true that you need good reading, but you need to understand shapes and have a good intuition for the game, more so than just good reading. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you're having a good day. Have fun.